Some fun in Call of Dragons is always connected to PvP gameplay, and that's what we are going to do right now, right? As an archer main tier 4 player fighting against tier 5 or tier 4 players is kind of mixed. Of course, we are going to try to do our maximum, right? Of course, I will try to be 12 million merits at the end of this KVK, but there is a still long road until 12 million merits. We have to win zone 2, right? This is the fight for Hydra, this is a fight for zone 2, and hopefully this video will be fun for you guys to watch, because we are going to get a lot of merits in this fight, right? We are using Magrat and Zaida, which is the best archer hero pair in the game. We are using Indis and Tara with the Wyverns for a support gameplay, in order for us to get some extra stats from the Indis and from the Tara. And of course my newest hero pair, which is Kinara and Mu. That's the hero pair which we are testing, which we are trying how they are competing against real enemies, right? And that's the most perfect time for us to check out whenever there is a fight and war around the battlefield, right? As you can see, finally we managed to break out from the enemy infantry, and we have a perfect moment in order for us to deal damage to backline. I will repeat, if you are archer player just like me, I will tell you that unfortunately your main target will be always infantry players, and that's the beauty of playing with archers, right? You have to always try to prioritize mages and archers, basically ranged players, but that's a really hard job, right? Why it's a really hard job? Well, it's pretty simple. Archers are not having the highest range in the game. We are basically the medium range, which means if we are standing still, mages will always catch us. And that's the beauty of playing archers, right? It's not easy, but reward is great, right? If you understand the positioning in Call of Dragons with archers, trust me, whole gameplay will change for you, right? Whole gameplay will change for you. Right now, we were trying to defeat their builders, but unfortunately they brought more and more infantry players, which is normal, right? Call of Dragons is kind of built around infantry, if I will be honest, simply because they are the most tanky troop type, which means they are the troop type which is deciding if you are going to push or if you are going to defend. If you would ask me like 2 years ago when I started the game, is it worth it to be infantry main? I would say no, because at that time infantry had only Madeline, Garwood and Nika, right? That's basically it. That's the main reason why infantry was weak. But after the introduction of Goresh, after the introduction of Skogul, Danfel, Kuma, and the new red infantry hero, I believe now it's basically really worth it to try to be infantry main, right? But there is a one big but. Well, tier 5 infantry main doesn't really do a job, right? You kinda have to be tier 5 as an infantry player in order for you to be successful, in order for you to be tanky, right? Because that's the job of the infantry. You have to be tanky enough in order for you to push and defend your ally members, right? That's the most important job of every single infantry player. Right now, I feel like I will get targeted quite much, but let's risk it, because yeah, 6 targets is too much. If I'm having like 2 targets on my legion or 3, I generally tend to tank it. Depends on the positioning, if I'm targeting mages or not. But when I'm getting 6 or 7, that's the indicator that I have to move. That's the indicator that I should be moving away, right? And that's the gameplay I play. That's the style I play. I always prefer to stay alive longer rather than just going and risk it and just taking like a couple of seconds off the target. Whenever I see that enemy is just targeting me, I tend to just move back. that's the gameplay I like to play, and hopefully the gameplay you guys are playing, because it's really worth it, right? It's really worth it. Unfortunately, we are getting a little lag spikes because, well, I'm clicking on my Legion and my Legion is basically not doing anything, right? And we never want to do that. Unfortunately, these fights in Call of Dragons have been horrible in past couple of days. I have no idea what's have been happening with the lags, but hopefully my Legion is alive. I hope. Yeah, we are alive. We are back. We are back. We are back. I was really worried that my Legion would die there, but yeah, finally game is back, so we're gonna continue dealing more and more damage. I have no idea why there is so much ping in Call of Dragons today, but hopefully it will get fixed, because whenever there is a lot of lags, unfortunately, it's really bad because every single second is really important for Archer gameplay. Because if you are going to lose your hero pair with a one wrong move, unfortunately, you are getting a full hospital, and that's not the thing you want to do, right? In terms of merits, for archers, like I got asked a question regarding archers, since we got a lot of heroes for archer players, which are the best ones, which are the worst ones. Well, I have been having same answer for a long time already. Basically, I feel like Magrat and Zaida is the best one, and it's been like that for a long time. Even if you're gonna count like Falgrim and Sibyl, I believe Magrat and Zaida for merits, if you want to get a lot of merits, I truly believe this is the hero pair which you want to have, right? So if you are just starting the game and you want to strategize your future where you are going to invest your legendary tokens, my main advice would be to save as much legendary tokens as possible until Magrat and Zaida is online for your server, and use everything legendary medals, legendary tokens, in order for you to max out Magrat and Zaida, because, well, unfortunately or fortunately, this will be the hero pair for you, which is going to give you tons of merit, right? There won't gonna be a single hero pair which is going to give you more merits than Magrat and Zaida, and that's the reason I believe that this hero pair is still the best one, right? And yeah, like soon we are going to have more archer heroes, because we just got a new mages. We are getting new mages, so hopefully the new archers will be a little bit better than Magrat and Zaida, because if not, yeah, it's not really worth it to invest in a new heroes if those new heroes are not even better than the old heroes, right? And that's the story of Call of Dragons generally. But like Magrat and Zaida, Goresh and Skogul, Lilia, those type of heroes are just keeping to be good, and that's why my job as an official content creator of Call of Dragons, to tell you which hero pairs are actually amazing and which hero pairs you should be investing your legendary tokens, because you always want to get your highest value, right? Let's get back to the battlefield. As we can see, we pushed them a little bit. Now it's their turn, because we were refilling in terms of infantry players. What's amazing for this fight is that we are alive. We are still fighting. I will try to deal damage to backline right now, but because of the lag, it's just really hard to click on enemies and to be careful. But I think right now we are doing amazing job. We have infantry in front of us, which means we have a safe zone. We're gonna be dealing damage, right? Yeah, their infantry just got destroyed. Let's defeat these two, and we're gonna have free hit on their backline, right? Or not. Well, they are bringing more infantry, which is fine. As long as my legions are safe, as long we are healthy. Whenever you have a full health, you know that you are dealing highest damage. So that's the idea, right? That's the idea of me choosing a lot of healing heroes and a lot of healing skills on my war pets for my archers, because I always want to be alive, and right now I will just go and deal damage to mages, right? But yeah, the second I have an opportunity to deal damage to mages, the infantry player just spawned, so that's pretty normal. I Yep. That's the perfect targets for us. That's the perfect targets for us. I'm pretty sure this archer should not be doing this action because he's quite exposed and we are having a free hit on our enemies. Yep, my legions are still kinda full HP, and yep, I just don't want to get targeted. That's the whole idea. Let's see if we're gonna get more and more infantries, but I think right now if I will just do what I have been doing these couple of minutes, because we are dealing damage to backline for a long time, this is a perfect moment for me. Yeah, finally they caught me. Finally they caught me. But let's see. Can we follow up? Can we follow up? I think we can. This is great. This is perfect. Come on. We're gonna have a lot of merits. We're gonna have amazing amount of merits in this fight. There is no problem. I'm just going to target mages. Let's see what's gonna happen. Let's see what's gonna happen. I don't want to deal damage to this infantry. We have enough troops on the backline. I have no idea why enemy is not targeting my legions, but since they are not doing it, why not? Let's continue. Let's continue. Well, Rattle Spear, right? I wanted to speak about Rattle Spear. This artifact is amazing. Like from the skill damage, like how much damage you can deal from this artifact. The additional effect, which is defense penetration, that's also great. But in my eyes, there is a one huge weakness in this artifact, and the weakness is whenever you are using skill, you are basically AFK. Unfortunately, right? Unfortunately, whenever you are using your skill, you are AFK, and you can understand in how many situations you will be standing still whenever you are using Rattle Spear and you are getting a lot of damage towards you, right? And generally, that's how I'm in general losing my Kinara in fights, because unfortunately, yeah, I like to move around a lot, and whenever Kinara is using the Rattle Spear, unfortunately, until Rattle Spear is done, it's really hard to move, and generally that's how I'm losing my troops, right? But I think this fight have been pretty cool. We have been dealing damage to a lot of mages, which is extra amazing, and hopefully we're gonna continue doing that, right? And I think in order for us to do that, we have to clear more and more infantry players, because they are our main obstacle, main wall, which is right now. If this infantry won't gonna be in front of us, we're gonna have free hit on them, right? All right, everything is fine. But 16 targets is not it, right? 16 targets, come on. Yeah, unfortunately, our Margaret and Zaida got caught, and we got too much targets on our Legion, which is unfortunate, which is really unfortunate. But yeah, we still have Kinara, which can deal a lot of damage, which is fine. Let's see, maybe we're gonna heal up. Maybe we will be able to heal up, because we all know how much heals Margaret and Zaida can do. Plus, my Shadow Manticore finally has the Advanced Chain Strike, which is just another way how we're gonna heal. And basically, I'm putting Advanced Chain Strike in every single Archer Warped, because, well, Archers has highest physical attack. We are for sure dealing a lot of damage to mages, and not only to mages. So I really like healing rate, right? I really like how much heals we are doing, and I think this is amazing fight. We don't see any single infantry player here, which is perfect. Let's not stop. Let's see how much damage we are going to do here. I won't even gonna click, because I have auto target switch when there is no infantry or enemy targeting me. This auto switch feature is pretty cool, right? But remember auto target. Remember, if your auto target is turned on and you are not paying attention, you might get really bad situation. It's been a lot of times when I got stuck because of this auto switch target feature. Like, since you are just destroying infantry, your legion gonna move forward, and if your legion is first one, every single enemy, whoever has auto switch will target you, right? So you have to be super cautious. It's not a cheat code, the auto switch, because there will be a lot of times where this auto switch is perfect, but trust me, there is a lot of times when auto switch is basically the ruiner of your gameplay, right? So remember, you can use auto switch, but still you have to be super careful. That's my opinion, right? Right now, I don't feel confident in pushing because I don't see our allies around, which is not good idea, but slowly we are moving forward, right? We are moving forward. Finally, we are dealing damage to Archer. We're gonna move back. All right, this is another infantry. All right. I think right now we have a low HP. We should not be really that offensive because every single second enemy is going to target us. Unfortunately, it will be a bad moment for us because 1 second for my Magrat will be enough to be basically gone. That's why I will just play safe. I will just target infantry, help my ally members, but this infantry blink might ruin us everything. But I think we are fine. Because if enemy is targeting my Indies, no problems, right? No problems. Indies can tank it. Indies can be fine. Indies not only buffs and heals my legion, but also buffs and heals my ally members' legions, which is really good. I believe Indies will be gone in a couple of seconds. Which is fine. I think we did enough job with Indies towards us and towards our ally members. Now I will just try my best to help my allies to deal damage, even if it's worth it for me to tank for a couple of seconds. I believe it's worth it if my allies are going to deal a lot of damage, right? That's really important. Of course, I know if you have full HP in your troops, you're gonna deal more damage. If you have low HP, you are doing minimum damage, but let's not care about that for a second. Let's just enjoy the PvP gameplay. And so far, Kinara Moon, our lonely hero pair, which is left for us right now. The newest hero pair which I made with the Musiang, and yeah, I believe this hero pair works, and I believe this hero pair is pretty good, right? Of course, this is the first run throughout this amazing fight. This is the first day. Hopefully all the fights will continue like this, right? We almost have 2 million severely wounded troops in like let's say how many hours, right? Like 2 or 3, maximum 3 hours of fight. And let me check the reports which we got in this fight. All right, we got the record maximum amount of merits which I have ever gotten, more than 100k, right? More than 100k. I don't know, congratulate to me because I have never had this amount of merits. And yeah, as a tier 4 player, I'm really happy, right? I'm really happy as a tier 4 player. This is my lineup, this is my Shadow Manticore, and this is my tier 4 units. I can't believe I just got 100k. Yeah, this is really good, right? This is really good. This is why I wanted to showcase this and my amazing PvP gameplay, and hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, as always, press like, subscribe, share. It always gives me more and more motivation to make more content for this game. I wish everybody amazing day, morning and night. We are going to see each other really soon. Bye bye and good luck.